In Oklahoma City, playing host to the NBA playoffs, and over the next few days, Festival of the Arts, Olympic trials, and the Memorial Marathon. So in studio this morning, we have Mayor David Holt. Mayor Holt, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
A busy few days here.
I know it was exhausting just listening to you list all the things that are going to happen this week.
Well, let's talk about that. So each day this week we have, and we will see a lot of events coming to Oklahoma City. Talk about how encouraging it is for you as mayor of our city to see this.
Sure. I mean, what we're seeing this week is just the culmination of really decades of investment and a lot of work from hundreds, if not thousands of people over the last 30 years. I mean, just stand in the park, Sunday night, last night, leading up to our NBA playoff game, and think about, gosh, like everything I see, I know the story behind it all, and for all these things to finally come together, arenas and parks and hotels and an NBA team, and to create this amazing, urban atmosphere that we now have. Now you talk about all these other events. I mean, it's been a long journey. Well, you got a guy, that's a great box there where you got everything. It's been a long journey to get us to this point with the marathon, as successful as it is. And obviously the investments through MAPS 3 to have this whitewater course so we can host these Olympic trials, and all the other things. The Arts Festival, of course, is the most senior institution of all of these things.
Absolutely.
I mean, to have all of this here and just to know what it, to know as much about our city's civic history and life as I do, to see it all coming together like this in this glorious April weekend is really exciting.
And the playoffs are a big story right now.
Yeah.
So with the team's success and also the new arena that's on the way, I do want to see if you have any updates to share with us this morning about that arena. I know a lot of our viewers, they're interested to hear about this.
We're working hard behind the scenes to try to get some of the fundamental agreements in place. Just kind of like a development agreement that sort of lays out, the path ahead. It's one of many that will be yet to come. Included in that will very likely be site, and I don't really have anything shocking to say there. I mean, we've talked about it in the past. Sites that we own are always going to be more advantageous than anything else. So. I would have told you a month ago it would have happened in the next month. Here we are. It's been a month. It will be in the next month. It would be my belief. But we're moving as fast as we can, and a lot of people are hard at work. And certainly we're trying to be aggressive on it because we want to open this thing as soon as possible. And aggressive in our history means, like we said during the campaign, 2029. 10 years is what we've usually been used to. The previous 3 arenas that this community approved were open 10 years after the vote. The team, the city, we don't want to wait that long, but shortening that takes a lot of aggressive work, and we're behind the scenes working on it with something hopefully for the council and the people to consider in the next few weeks.
All right, Mayor, we're going to switch gears here and talk about the City Planning Commission. Just recently approved a rezoning application for the new Oklahoma County Jail. Can you talk about what's next in that process here?
Yeah, sure. Well, as we talked about last time, that's a very narrow process. I mean, the city is just being asked to consider the zoning, just being asked to consider, is this use compatible with the immediate vicinity, and the Planning Commission, they look at the applicable law, they look at the situation, and they make a recommendation to the council, and they did recommend approval. So that'll come to the council in late May, I think it is scheduled for, and there's 9 of us, and we all have a vote. I myself will be basing my vote on the very narrow parameters. I mean, it's a county project. It's not a city project. We're not being presented with the entire question of different sites or even the fundamental questions of incarceration. We're just being asked the zoning, and that's what I'll be casting my vote on.
And another project that the City Planning Commission moved forward towards the City Council was what could become the nation's the tallest building in the nation. Let me get that correct here. Okay, so I do want to talk about this. Developers say that it'll include house condos, hotels, and restaurants. So just talk about, what do you think about this growth for the city?
Oh, well, I guess it's positive, anytime anyone's talking about investing in Oklahoma City. I mean, this particular development, even before the announcement of the tower, had some other aspects of it that we were working with the developer on, and we're excited about those aspects. We're excited about all the cranes in town. I mean, it really is remarkable that we're even having this conversation, and it reflects obviously the city's dynamic growth. This particular project, what's being presented to the Zoning Commission, similar to my previous comments about the jail, it's a very narrow question. It's about height restrictions. It's about the signage on the building. It's not about, if the council votes for this, it's not because we think it's going to happen or we think it's, exactly what the city needs. Ultimately, it's a private sector development. We're just being asked, do you think there should be a height restriction on this particular parcel in Bricktown? Philosophically speaking, I don't really believe in height restrictions. And if this building had been 300 feet to the west, it wouldn't have had one because this is hyper-technical, but there's not a height restriction in the Central Business District, and there is in Bricktown where this tower is. And so they're needing that to be relieved. Whether the council approves that, and the Planning Commission already recommended that they do, that has no bearing on, whether this project really happens or not. We'll see what happens. That's kind of been my approach on this because obviously it's a little unorthodox and a little surprising. And I have, developer hasn't talked to me about it. So, we'll see how it develops. I'm not opposed by any means, but I'm not necessarily putting my down payment on the top floor condo either.
Okay, I got you. Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt, thank you so much for coming in and talking about all things Oklahoma City. A lot going on in our city right now. Game 3 of the Thunder Series coming up on the...
Look, get out there, support the runners in the marathon.
Absolutely.
Support those Olympic athletes. That's a really rare and exciting opportunity for us. That's Friday and Saturday. Get out to the Arts Festival and, watch your TVs Saturday afternoon and cheer our Thunder.
You heard y'all's mayor. All right, thank you so much.